Hey everyone, and welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Discover It cashback credit card. So I'll be going over the main features of this credit card, the pros of it, the cons of it. So hopefully by the time I get to the end of this video, you should have a better idea on whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. Now, before I go ahead and dive into the main features of this credit card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly right now, or perhaps at the end of this video, by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm. And also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. And also, if you would like to go ahead and receive up to 12 free stocks from my partner in Webull, I will go ahead and leave a link where you can receive just that in a pinned comment below. So diving right into the main feature of the Discover It credit card. First off, there is a spend bonus. However, unlike other credit cards, with this one, it's actually going to come at the end of your first year. So how this is going to work is you're going to earn cash back on this credit card. It's going to range anywhere between 1 to 5% of earnings of cash back with this credit card. And then whatever you earn at the end of the first year, they're going to match that. So if you earn $100 in cash back after the first year of having this credit card, Discover will match that and give you another $100 as your spend bonus. Now, if you earn $1,000 in cash back, again, Discover will match that as well. So really, there are no limits placed on how big of a spend bonus you can receive. It just all comes down to how much cash back you earn at the end of the first year. Now, in terms of cash back with this credit card, like I just mentioned, with this card, you will be earning anywhere between 1 to 5% cash back. Now, how this credit card works is that in certain quarters, they have different categories set up where you will be earning 5% cash back. And then on everything else, it will be just 1% cash back. So for example, for like January through March of 2023, you might earn the 5% cash back at grocery stores, drugstores, and select streaming services. Then in April through June, in the second quarter, it'll rotate to another category, so it might change to restaurants and wholesale clubs. And then of course, for the third quarter, it's going to change up again. And then for the fourth quarter, once again, it will be new categories. Then in all other categories, you are only going to be earning 1% cash back. So for example, let's say that January through March, it's going to be 5% cash back at grocery stores. Let's say you decide to use this card at a gas station instead. At the gas station, you are only going to be earning 1% cash back. Now, as far as going to redeem your cash back, you will have a few different options. So first up, you can deposit your cash directly into your bank account. You can also apply it as a statement credit to lower your overall balance. You can also use your rewards at checkout on Amazon or at PayPal. You can also redeem them for gift cards, which would make a great holiday gift. And finally, if you're feeling especially giving, you can also use them to make a charity donation. Now, as far as some other features of the Discover It cashback credit card goes, starting out for the first 15 months, there is going to be a 0% special intro APR on both purchases and balance transfers. So if you do have some pretty big transactions coming up that you're not going to be able to pay off right away, it might be good to have this credit card make the minimum payment or as much as you can, because for the first 15 months, you are not going to have to pay any interest. Also, you could take advantage of the 0% intro APR on balance transfers. So if you have another credit card that is accumulating a lot of interest, you could transfer that balance perhaps over to this credit card, and you would have a 0% interest rate for the first 15 months. This is not financial advice, but it is definitely something that you could consider. However, after those 15 months are up, you will definitely want to make sure that your card is paid off in full, because that interest rate will be going up to anywhere between 16.49 to 27.49%. So again, make sure after the first 15 months, if you do have a balance there, I would make sure to get that paid off in full. That way you're not going to be paying any interest. Additionally, while having this credit card, you will also be receiving some security features with it. So for instance, you receive online privacy protection, which means essentially that Discover will regularly help remove your personal info from 10 people search websites that could potentially sell your data. Also, you'll receive free social security number alerts. So pretty much anytime that your social security number is found on the dark web, you'll get a notification. Moreover, you can turn your card off or on if you happen to misplace your card. And like most other credit cards, if someone does steal your number, whether it's the physical card or it's leaked online, you will be receiving a $0 fraud liability guarantee, which essentially means that if you do not authorize the transaction, then you will not be liable to pay for it. Now, as far as the fees go with this credit card, because this is super important, we definitely want to know what any of the fees are anytime we apply for a credit card. First off, as far as foreign transaction fees go, There are no foreign transaction fees with this credit card, so it's pretty great. That means that if you do happen to travel outside the United States, you will not be hit with any foreign transaction fees, which is great because with many other credit cards, unfortunately, there are foreign transaction fees with them. The downside with this, which I will get into later, is that it is not as widely accepted outside the United States, so you might run into some troubles there. Now, as far as annual fees go, again, with this credit card, there are no annual fees. So each and every year you can have this credit card, you can own it, and you do not have to pay anything for it, which is also great because you don't have to look and see whether or not the benefits are worth it having this credit card. However, there are some fees with this credit card, so just taking a quick glance up on the screen. As far as balance transfers go, there is an intro fee of 3% of the amount of each transfer that posts to your account by June 10th, 2023. Then that will bump up to 5% after that. As far as cash advances go, which I would strongly recommend staying far away from, there's going to be a fee of either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever is greater, plus an APR of 29.49%. As far as return payments go, there is going to be a fee of up to $41. And then as far as late payments go, for the first late payment, this is really great. There is no fee for the first late payment. However, if you make a second, third, fourth, or even more late payments after that, there is going to be a fee of up to $41. But I do think it is a pretty good thing that Discover forgives that first late payment, because with many other credit cards, there is going to be a fee, yes, even the first time that you pay late. Okay, so now that I went over the main features of this credit card, I'm going to quickly go into what I consider to be the biggest pros of this credit card. Starting out, it has to be those 5% rotating categories. With many other credit cards on the market, you're only going to be earning 1 to 2% cash back in all categories. The very fact that you can earn 5% cash back is really great. Let's say, for example, you spend $100 in gas, you're going to get 5% cash back in that category, so you're basically going to be getting $5 back for every $100 that you spend. In addition to that, another really great perk about this credit card is the spend bonus that you will be receiving at the end of the first year. Basically, they're going to match whatever you earn in cash back. So if you earn $100 in cash back, they will match that. If you earn $300 in cash back, they will match that. If you earn $500 in cash back, they will match that. There is no limit on how much of a spend bonus that you can earn with this credit card. In addition to that, another pro is that there is no annual fee, so you don't have to worry about whether or not paying an annual fee is worth it for having this credit card, because there is no annual fee. And also there is a 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 15 months. So if that is something that you want to take advantage of, that would also be a really great perk as well. Now, as far as the cons go with this credit card, unfortunately, every credit card does have its downsides. With this one, I would have to say that the rotating categories of 5% does have a spend cap of $1,500. So you will only be earning the 5% cash back on the first $1,500 that you spend in those categories. So let's say, for example, the category is at wholesale clubs and you spend $2,000 at wholesale clubs. You're only going to be earning the 5% cash back on the first $1,500 that you spend. But since you spend $2,000, the remaining $500 that you spend from the $1,500 to the $2,000, you're only going to be earning 1% cash back in that category. Another con I would say is that the categories do rotate, so you have to keep on top of that, and you also have to activate those categories anytime that they change. This means if you're using this credit card exclusively in the 5% categories and you're not checking up to see if they've changed, you might be using this credit card on gas thinking that you're earning 5% cash back. But if they've already switched the categories, you might only be earning 1% cash back, which might not be enough for you. So just to sum things up here, I would say that the Discover It Cashback credit card is pretty solid overall. Again, you really can't beat the 5% cash back in the rotating categories. However, you might want to consider having a second credit card, one that perhaps earns 2% cash back, such as the Citi Double Cash card or the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. That way you can use the Discover It Cashback credit card in the 5% rotating categories, and then in all other purchases you can use your other credit card where you'll be earning 2% cash back instead of this Discover It credit card where you're only going to be earning 1% cash back in. But again, this is going to be totally up to you. This is not financial advice. You're going to have to sit down and figure out which credit cards fit best for your personal lifestyle. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I definitely hope that I brought value to the table and you have a better idea whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. Again, if you found value out of this video, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.